NBC Sports.
Here we go, 180!
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now Wentz on third down. Aguilar has it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. On first down, Wentz. Got a man, it's Brown. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Recon, 132 fighter. 46 down, man, 5-4.
Wentz going to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Safarian Jenkins has it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Dak Prescott last year against Philly, boy, biggest game of his career passing yardage-wise, 455 yards, 3 touchdowns in a 29-23 December victory over the Eagles.
Here we go. Strong right.
Pass incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
46. Give me some. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Let's go, over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Right. He's tight right here.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
He's coming. We got top 8. Empty.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz.
Wentz's pass.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's Wentz to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run with Howard. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Pollard going to try the right side. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Cooper was the target there. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 36, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. With it is Jackson. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Forbath, the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
All day, baby, all day. Hey.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This is Howard on second down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Deshaun Jackson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good.
14, Eagles 6. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 41.
Here's Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Intended that time for Cooper. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball? And they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks.
9 picks. You want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
He's not going to get me.
To throw, it's Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch. Hey, wahoo!
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Pollard again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
It's going to be a long day.
Now a carry for the big fella. This is Jameis Olawale. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And able to work his way down to the 16. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone... It's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now Forbath for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing is Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now Pollard. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return. This one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 down. Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Wentz now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. They still can't get it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go, backman. Waiting.
Watch QB drop.
Sunday.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, he's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the second week? In a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Tonight's final score is 28.
Don't be scared.
Eagles 6.